Hey, Mooch Crap J-Dubs.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay.
What up with your Crap and Mooch and Jay with?
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and callings from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap. Big show.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey Mooch and Crap, hey Jay.
Hey Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
Sup, Mooch and Crap. Sup, J-Dubs.
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap?
You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
Screw you! You're fired!
Good morning, everybody. It is almost noon here in New York. It's a rainy weekend, but I'll be honest with you, Crap, we've got a great show today, buddy. You're
I heard
in.
it was the best top 10 ever.
This is what I'm hearing, but we may be biased, right, Crap?
Yeah, well, slightly. We haven't heard it edited together, but it was pretty funny recording it. So, I mean, I can imagine it.
Really
I peed a few times when I was doing it.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
All those beer.
Nice, J-Dubs. How's your weekend stacking up, buddy? Well, when Jay says beer, is it 1 or 10, though, Crap?
Yeah, I know. Probably 10.
Yeah, right, 10.
All of the above.
So, it's 1 through 10. Crap, how was your weekend, buddy?
Busy. As you guys know, that's why we're late, man. I just literally got in from work, man.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize that, man. I get up at, super early on Sundays, go to work, and then I come back in time to do the show. So, it can be a little bit hectic, and I was running a little bit behind today, but glad to be here. And I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Oh my God, yeah,
interesting stuff going on. So I'm ready. You know, a little disappointed we didn't get more voicemails though, because people get tired of winning free shit. So.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Well, the hashtag mooching is in full effect. For every voicemail that doesn't come in, Mooch takes another code. Thank you, everybody. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You know what's funny? I almost had to put one person on the wheel and just have them spin and spin and spin.
That would have been funny as hell. So.
Yes, that could have been a half an hour episode. Listen, Crap, a lot of stuff went down this week. We had one of the best crossfires to date. Just personally enjoyed it. There's a reason I called it Crossfire, Crap.
Crossfire!
Yes.
Love it. Great video effect there. We were just having some fun recording.
Yeah. So those that don't know, right? So we get together to record top 10s and do bits and stuff. And Jay's recording usually, and so Mooch busts out that Crossfire that we needed we needed an intro for it. How's that go again, Jay?
Crossfire!
So good. Love it. That's from the old 80s Crossfire game that Crap keeps making fun of. He's like that's the icon that keeps showing up under the podcast all the time. That old 19. It's almost like Hungry Hippos, but with missiles instead.
Yeah, hungry Hippos for sure.
There we go. We're showing our 80s.
Yeah.
There you go, folks.
I had hungry Hippos.
So who the hell didn't, Crap?
I know, right? I didn't have Crossfire though, but I wanted it because of that cool commercial where they were singing that song. How's that song go again, Jay?
Crossfire!
He's not gonna get enough of that. So great. Can I at least get a little beat behind me? I hate acapella.
Oh, it's great, man. I think
it's great.
I think it's great. So,
but no, great show. We had great debates. You get a little bit of passion crap from the Xbox side.
yeah, you know what's funny though is because you tend to get a little bit of shit. Oh man, they're so negative about Xbox.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, we care about Xbox. Pretty much don't give a shit about PlayStation. Honestly, I mean, we'll play it if there's good games on there, great, but we don't care about that as much as Xbox. So of course, it's always going to come across as you're more worried or want Xbox to succeed. Want it to do really well.
Right.
And from what we've seen from their recent statistics, I gotta say, the people on Twitter, as much as they might not like this, they're the vocal minority.
Yeah,
very much so. So, Sea of Thieves is a big success. But if you would go by the people on Twitter, it's the worst game in the world, and it sucks, and all this kind of stuff. Yet it's making them all kinds of money, and people resubscribing, and so
no, you're
PUBG
right.
made them a whole ton of money, and Fortnite makes them a ton of money, and so I think that.
Yeah. Jay's getting his Fortnite on. The problem I have with the whole thing, though, crap. Tell me what you think about this. Here's my issue. What are we first talking about? Are we talking about the longevity of Xbox and the health of the company? Or are we talking about just the money factor? That's the one thing where I see both sides of the coin. You've got some people saying, "Come on, Mooch, you can't be questioning Xbox. Look, they're making money." But do we care that they're making money? I mean,
I don't care. I don't really give a crap that they're making money. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it really just comes down to being happy, which. When you take a long look at it, I'm relatively happy with the X and what they're doing.
Me too.
So obviously they can always do better in the first party department, but I can't. They're not going to crap games. They can't just go. Phil's not going to go. And then here comes a AAA. It doesn't work that way. That stuff takes time, and and I do 100% believe that they're working on it, and they already said they set aside 5%. Of their budget, which that's probably hundreds of millions of dollars or even more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what can you do? You can't. They're not going to rush this stuff out. It's like everybody was like, "Oh, it's damage control. It's this or that." Nobody was saying that at the beginning of the generation for the first 3.5, 4 years when Sony had nothing. Right? It takes time.
Yeah.
Right. Like Microsoft should have done better. They're bad for not doing better and having stuff ready now. But the only thing you can either do is shut up and game and have fun.
But don't you think that Microsoft could maybe put that word forward a little bit better, crap? Because the problem I have right now is, what we hear? We hear you. We hear your concerns. We hear you. Yeah, that's great. Well, I don't know. But crap, if you go into an empty echoing cave and you say something like, hello, you can hear that, but there's nobody there on the other end.
Well, I mean, like,
Thank you, Ray Barata.
I'm just saying, as far as where I'm concerned, Phil has done exactly what he said he would do. So why would anybody not take him at his word on this?
Yeah,
is beyond me, to be honest with you. Like, they've done what they said. They're in a much better position to make games right now.
Yes, they are.
Were 1, 2, 3 years ago, and that's just the truth. I mean, look, we can sit there and debate the single player thing all day. The bottom line is the single player games that they put out this generation have been mediocre at best. And when you play stuff like God of War or whatever, that's not a shot. That's just the truth.
Right.
You just realize how mediocre they are.
Let me answer Ray Barata. He does do a super chase. He says, I care if Microsoft makes money. No future of it doesn't make money. I guess it's not a dying console. Ray, listen, me and Ray have had great conversations. Ray, what I appreciate about you, first of all, is you've got a good business sense. That's a different conversation. Of course, we need Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. They all need to make certain amounts of money to be able to put out the product that we want. So yes, in that retrospect, I'm very happy that they're in the plus, because if they're in the minus, this is a whole nother conversation. So Ray's got a good point there. But Ray, the point I'm trying to say is this past week, I've got executives tweeting out from Microsoft, hey, look, we made money. Hey, look, we made money. Hey, look, we're making money. You got to understand, the people that are following them, if you look at the followers, I wonder how many of those people are actually investors and how many are actually gamers. Most are gamers. Yeah. So when you're telling a gamer that, Aaron Greenberg can now split his dividends and he can afford that yacht he wants, well, that's not something that really gets... Exactly. Cares. That's my point. Like, we don't care about that. I'm glad they're doing that, But at the same time, like, let me give you an example. Tom Cruise sits there. You're a big Mission Impossible fan, okay? And he's like, oh my God, Mission Impossible, whatever, was, made tons of money, this and that. All you care is if Tom Cruise is going to be in your next Mission Impossible. You don't care that Tom Cruise made $25 million over his last top billing estate in the last Mission Impossible. You only care about what's coming out next. It's what have you done for me lately? And we're not hearing that. I'll give you an example. Phil went to Twitter last week or the week before and answered some great questions from the fans. But one of the questions was, hey, when are we going to see, is Crackdown 3 still coming? And his answer, instead of like a nice, like, this is coming soon, get pumped, get amped, can't wait to present it at, the next upcoming event, he goes, yep. So when it comes to games, I get 3 letters. Yep. But then when Microsoft's doing well in their dividends and their stocks, I get tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet from them. You see that's where my concern comes in. It's not that I don't want them. Of course, you want them to do well or there's no product. But now that we know they're doing well, can we start to see some of the product?
Well, I doubt that you're going to see some of the product anytime soon, to be honest with you.
And that's the concern, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see stuff a year out at E3. I don't know how much further they're going to go out from there. I mean, you just hear conflicting reports. I think they're going to have a great E3. I don't think it's going to be an E3 that's going to please everybody, obviously, because people are just, no matter what they announce, there's always going to be people that are not happy.
Right.
So,
there is always going to be people. And listen, me and Crap, actually, and I shouldn't speak for just Crap, but I'm saying a lot of Xbox fans, like listen, the Crap said it best a couple days ago. Like, I still haven't finished God of War because of my schedule. I'm enjoying it, but like, in between, the minute I get done playing my 2-3 hour sessions of that, I put on my Xbox right away. And that's where I play my PUBGs, my Fortnites. You know what I mean? That's where I play social games, Gears of War 4, multiplayer. That's where I get on and play games and socialize. That's just more of my, and it's also my media station. I just go on PlayStation, play the game, and get off. So Crap's right. The minute we get done with those games, Xbox fans generally revert back to their Xbox console.
Shane, it's not just because of God of War. If you just look at what, here's the thing. A lot of us went out and bought a new Xbox One X and don't really have anything much really to show off on it, Right. I think that's where it comes into. People have a right to feel however they want about it. I feel like it's going to get a lot worse, in my opinion, just because you're going to have Detroit come out, then you're going to have Spider-Man's going to be really bad. And then you're going to have Days Gone and Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima. And it's just going to be bad because we don't know what Microsoft has. We don't know if they're going to intend to tell us what they have. We don't know if that's going to be good compared to what they have, right?
Yeah.
Like, we want a single player game and we get an XCOM Gears game, supposedly. So that, that it could get bad. I would advise people to like chill out, relax, enjoy your games, play your backlogs, and have fun.
That's right.
M&C Mornings, what's up?
Come on down. Hey now.
Hey Mook. Hey
it's
Crap.
John.
Hey Jay the monkey.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I got my live renewed for 12 months. 2, I need to know good multiplayer games to get, and one other thing, I don't do Game Pass because I like to collect my games permanently. I like to own my games. 3, I've pre-ordered Spyro the Remastered Trilogy and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Can't wait to play them. Have you seen Infinity War? All right, gotta go.
All right. Well, John, thank you for calling in. I appreciate that. Here's the thing. To answer his question, as far as multiplayer games on Xbox, what he should focus on is, Gears is fantastic. Halo,
there's Gears, Halo, there's, Star Wars.
The reason me and you, though, Crap,
looking...
are big fans of Xbox multiplayer, though, is typically it's the services of Xbox Live are better and the controller. And I know that sounds so basic. It sounds so elementary. But the fact that Microsoft put $100 million into the controller itself, Crap, that holds water, right? I mean, that holds water. It is the best controller. After playing on the PlayStation 4 now for roughly probably about 15 hours, maybe 12 hours into God of War. Like you play it, it's a fine controller. It's okay, but it doesn't hold a candle to the Xbox controller. So I prefer the feel of that when you're playing hours and hours of multiplayer. As far as other stuff, John was saying, no, I have not seen Avengers yet. I will probably see it next week or the week after.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Usually, I only see a couple movies a year, at the theater. So,
Well,
and I definitely ain't gonna go see one where I got to be squished in next to somebody I don't know. So
Exactly. Keeping on subject though, crap, what we kind of discussed, like, Albert Pinello leaves Xbox this week. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here telling you I got an Albert Pinello t-shirt at home. Okay. I don't, that's not the kind of fan I was, but I thought his heart was in the right place with Xbox all these years. So again, to reiterate, do you think that this is something that Albert just saw a different opportunity at a different company and wanted to kind of bail ship? Or do you think it's more just the two of them saw the direction of Xbox going in separate
I think
directions?
he got let go.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. I think that
Or he got bored. I mean, he could be bored if you look at it. He was supposed to be, promoting Xbox. Like I hardly ever see him do anything anymore on Xbox. So he could have just got bored, wanted to move on.
Right.
Couldn't see eye to eye. Boom.
Right.
Gone.
Right. No, I agree with you. I think that may be the case. And that's sad though, because
good handful of people that probably should follow suit, hopefully.
Well, the thing is, and that's the case. Like I read into it differently at first. Now you're kind of convincing me to look the other way. But I thought of him as more like wanting to go the traditional route of the way Xbox used to do business. And now they're going a different route with Phil's mantra and maybe Satya Nadella's different look on how to do business in gaming and shared services. And I don't think Albert was a part of that. When he started, it was the traditional route. It was the Peter Moore route. It was the Donnie D route. It was all those guys, the way Bomber thought. Now it's a different mentality over there. I think that's why they let him go. I don't think it was because he wasn't doing a great job. I actually think it was because they didn't see eye to eye on future plans.
Could be. I mean,
so that was my take.
We're not flies on the wall or anything.
No, I have no idea. It's complete speculation.
Yeah, so it's really kind of hard to wonder what's going to go on behind there. I don't know. I think there's going to be some good things coming. I just think that what's coming right now is probably not going to please most people in terms of the people that want, like the people that are vocally outspoken right now want some single player masterpiece,
right?
And God of War took 5 years to make.
Yeah,
if Microsoft started on something 2 years ago, you've probably still got a good few years to go. And that's not what everybody wants to hear.
But isn't there something wrong with that though, crap? Like, because when you sit there and you tell me that you have a hardware team that was assembled back in 14 or maybe even 13 to get this thing started for the X, and because they knew the X was coming all this time, and now we know that, nobody was like, hey, we should probably get some software teams together, or we should maybe start acquiring, because what are we going to play on this thing? I don't, that's the part I scratch my head, because it's not like Xbox is new to gaming. I don't understand how they could let so much time go by, and now we just found out from people we know that it was kind of greenlit to start spending money maybe as long as a year and a half ago. That's not, to me, it's mind-boggling. Absolutely. And you might go, well, Mooch, they just started looking at it this way. That's fine if they started just looking at it this way. But realistically, when it comes down to it, they've got greenlit for the X back in 14 or 13. So if you got greenlit, why didn't software get lit?
Well, they did. They had software. They were supposed to launch probably with Crackdown 3 and Scalebound, and could have been State of Decay 2, could have been some. They could have been, right. You know what I mean? Like they had the stuff that we're getting this year is stuff that was supposed to launch last year. So Crackdown 3 and Scalebound were supposed to launch.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean that you do make a good point there. You do. Guys, just
you were going to get the new IP with Scalebound, and then of course you were going to get the old favorite with Crackdown, so and Forza Motorsport 7, and they were going to have a pretty good lineup. So
right. And then Halo also possibly could have been something in the mix there too. I think they probably there's multiple reasons we talked about on Crossfire about how Halo literally got pushed probably an extra year because they may be tackling a multiplayer only game this year coming out in the fall, and maybe they needed a little bit more time in the oven with Halo 6 and the story, because I think where they were going to go crap after 5, it just didn't sit well with fans. So they probably had to kind of rewrite what they thought they were moving forward with to finish the trilogy.
Yeah, exactly.
But what we can do? We can take just let everybody know. Hit that like button. We've got about 250 people here. We've got to get more people. Send the chat out or the link out to everybody on Twitter, and hit that subscribe button. For God's sake, show a little love to the Mooch. Crap, we can do a voicemail if you want.
Yeah, we've only got a few, so we might as well get one in.
Let's do one.
Yeah, yes. We've got a Ninja Turtle on deck.
Nice.
Raphael.
Yes.
Hello, Mooch, Crap, and J-Dubs. It's your favorite Ninja Turtle, Raphael. And I gotta ask, Mooch, what is wrong with you, man? Suggesting a multiplayer-only Halo to tidy us over? That's just wrong. It sets an awful precedent. I mean, to compare it to a Moochism, it's like being told, hey, we know you want pizza, but since we messed up so bad last time and we're not ready yet, we're just going to give you raw and cooked dough for half the price and, to tidy you over. Enjoy that. No, that's just, man, it's wrong. I don't know what you were thinking. You know what Halo needs? If we ever have to have a tidy over thing, it needs a spin-off that is not boring as fuck. I mean, I loved Halo Wars, but, no. It needs something much more exciting, much better done. You know what we fire? A survival horror in the Halo universe. Imagine Dead Space meets Halo. Like waking up as a Spartan 4 in a infinity-sized ship that has been overrun by the flood, and you have to get the fuck out. It would be amazing if done correctly by the right studio. That would be a bestseller. The people have been waiting for something like this. You guys, let me know. I will listen to you guys on Monday on my way to work.
Well, listen to Raphael. It's not that I'm, I'm not giving them a pardon. What I'm basically saying is that Halo 6 wasn't ready. So if Halo 6 isn't ready and you guys are excited and you guys are all thirsty for something Halo, right now you've got Call of Duty that's trying a multiplayer only space. You've got Halo that's going to come out and give you something, whatever. This is, by the way, this is all speculation. We have absolutely no idea what's coming from the Halo. There might be nothing this fall. But to get something in multiplayer and keep you guys active and keep the name fresh. Keep the name fresh. It's 3 years, and 3 years ago when we did get, whether you want to talk about Master Chief Collection or you want to talk about Halo 5, both didn't come through with glorious, resounding critics, right? Criticism was not good. So my point being is get something out there fresh, new, and then Halo 6 is coming. I'm by no means do I want to lose the Halo 6 mantra in the story. That's imperative to Halo. But what I'm saying to you guys now is if something like that comes that's new, fresh, and fun, it can only help the Xbox. I mean, people were excited about it. Well, it was a positive reception for Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars is not my cup of tea. I don't play RTS games. That's just not my thing. So, but nonetheless, it was still positive. It was done well. I think it got decent scores. Myself personally, I would welcome a multiplayer only Halo game because I don't mind playing it until I get to my Halo 6. It's not getting the dough raw for half price. It's if you wanted pizza, you didn't get pizza. It's like, you got a temporary DiGiorno's until the mom and pop's oven's hot enough. That's what I
think the problem is like people like me. I don't play the multiplayer very much to begin with. I'm more into the story.
I hear you.
So it would be a pass for me.
Right.
And
I understand that.
And I also wouldn't want to see, honestly, because then that would just further along them thinking about putting out single player out on various Halo or whatever games they have. So that's a good way to cut corners. Right, if they didn't guess what takes so players in Halo, the single players. If they could just crank out a multiplayer every year and a half, 2 years, I think they'd probably do it, and I don't want that. So,
no, I don't blame you.
Just my point of view. Just my point.
No, and it makes sense. I think that you don't have to be worried with that. I do think we talked about that on Crossfire as well, with Rand saying that if something like that were to happen, the industry likes to copy each other. And that is true. And if the industry does copy each other, you're right. If Call of Duty is a huge success, some people will second guess single player campaign. But, you do have to look at both sides of the stories here. Crap. Yes, that's true. But also you look at the single player campaign that's only single player in God of War, and it's a smashing success. They realize that single player is a big deal. So it's not going to be eliminated. Halo is nothing without its story.
No. Sony is doing what? Wow, it looks like I am botting a little bit.
You are botting, yeah.
Interesting.
It's okay. You're better now.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, like what Sony is basically doing what nobody else is doing right now, because there's a huge segment of gamers that want that. So I think that's what they're doing. They take advantage of what the industry is. Sony it does what the good guys do a lot, right? We do single player. Everybody else is cutting it out. We're doing it the best over here.
Right.
So,
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. And again, what you said is true. I just myself personally, I think that you have to look at it as I'm looking at it as more Halo content, and you guys are looking at it as possibly deteriorating the Halo brand. I don't see how that's possible.
You don't see how releasing a single player or a multiplayer only game that could possibly score in the 60s and Metacritic.
Well, now wait a minute. Hold on. You just added a dash of something I didn't say. No, if you're going to hand something out that's a 60 Metacritic, then don't do it. I'm
well,
talking
they
about
don't
something
know.
that's quality.
I would just assume that they would get
You know when
slammed.
something's quality, crap. If they don't know that it's quality, you don't release it. You don't hand. I don't want something mediocre. I'm saying something stellar.
Well, that's what Microsoft does. They release mediocre games.
Guys, you want to know what Sony does really, really well? They take everything that Microsoft does that is what's the word? You know, they're looking to the future. They're trying new things. They take everything that they've done and they make them out to be the bad guy. They make them out to say, we're not going to do that. That's not what you want. It's basically, it comes down to the same old mantra of Sega and Nintendo. You know, Sega does what Nintendo don't. Well, Sony does what Microsoft don't.
Here's the thing, though, right? If they're going to come out with Halo 6 next year, just release Halo 6 next year. Don't bother with some half-assed.
I'll agree with that. That's fine. If it's half-assed crap, I'm with you.
Anything with only half of the game is half-assed. So, I mean,
not if that's what the game's intended for.
Here's the thing. I think this next Halo is make or break for Halo, in my opinion, right?
Yes.
They messed up the multiplayer in 4, messed up the single player in 5. The next one has to be great in both aspects. I think releasing something that's half just only multiplayer is not going to work. So just hold off on Halo until
they got, if the numbers are right, what we talked about, crap, having 500-600 employees at 343, that's too many people.
They're working on multiple projects. They're working on a Master Chief Collection. They're working on a lot of different things.
Well, if they're working on Master Chief Collection, possibly a multiplayer only game and Halo 6, then that's fine. There's 3 different teams split up. But I mean, if you have got too many cooks in the kitchen, that's a problem, crap. That's probably why you see this.
There's all kinds of rumors that they don't know which direction to take Halo, and there's strife. There's been a lot of turnover, So I mean, it's
no, there is. That's why when you see people say Xbox fans are but in flux right now, they're in kind of like a purgatory. We don't know where we sit. It's because Microsoft doesn't tell us anything, right? Then you hear things, and then you can kind of make your own speculation off of it. You know what I'm saying, crap? So we don't hear anything. Microsoft should be telling us 343 is doing awesome. Wait till you see this thing. Blah blah blah. Kick ass. They have to be a little bit more open and tell us what's going on. Or at least show a snippet. They don't have to tell us the health status of 343, but how about a clip? How about something at E3 that says Halo 6? You know what I mean? And not just a CGI of Master Chief looking up in the sky holding a pendant.
Yeah.
I mean, we need more than that. And I don't know. I don't know where the focus is. That's my biggest concern. I was telling Jay off the air. My biggest concern for Microsoft is all I notice is Xbox is getting Discord and games as a service, and they're getting all these, these service-based things on the Xbox. And I don't, and then when it's like, hey, is Crackdown 3 coming? Yep.
Well, I mean, it is.
Yep.
It's coming.
Yep. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so it's like, it's coming. And it's like, but that's what kind of answer is that?
Hey, it's on the way, man. On the way.
Yep. Hey, Jay, let's play another voicemail. Guys, let's get to 200 likes today. We have an insanely funny top 10.
Hey, Jake, can we play a voicemail? Yep. Oh, we got an actual call.
We have a call, crap.
Dang, M&C, what's up?
Yep.
I like that.
Hey, Mooch and Crap and J-Dubs, this is Yeway Wee from Xbox Live. Hey, I got to say, I got to hear Crossfire the other day, and I got to say, with Jay on there, that made that show 100 times better. So you should have Jay on there a lot more. But anyway, I was just wondering, if this God of War came out for the Xbox, what kind of score do you think the Metacritics would have gave it? Because I know it wouldn't have got perfect scores on the Xbox. And what do you think if Microsoft did something like the Gears of War, or they used Gears of War and copied the God of War? I think that would be a pretty cool game. So let me know what you think. Bye.
What do you think, Crap? I mean, I think if God of War, I bet you God of War on Xbox.
I probably would have got an 85 or
88.
something.
Yeah, I was going to say 88.
No, would have got no 88. Would have got 85 or so.
Maybe an 85 to 88. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is, folks. And I know
here's the thing: the only games that really score high into the 90s are usually some of the indie stuff, or sometimes some of the sports stuff, or some big AAA cinematic type game.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean,
Like Ori did well, right? Which
Yeah.
is kind of like that
Mid-80s,
style.
yeah.
Yeah, mid-80s.
So.
I don't know. It's not just us guys. It's the no one likes to hear the media. It's fine, but the media does have a slant. They definitely favor Sony. It's as clear as day. It's painted. The picture's on the wall. Whether you want to walk by that picture is up to you.
Nobody's being salty about it, dude. I like God of War. I said it was the best single player game of the generation. What the hell else do you want, man? How's that salty?
Yeah, Double M. Listen, I got news for you. I've been reading what you're writing. I'm not saying I know where you're coming from. I know what you're doing. That's fine. But like realistically, we're just being completely honest. And I think if we all hung out, you would actually be like, you know what, Mooch Crap, I kind of see your point. Like Crap has given the game a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'm playing through it right now.
phenomenal.
I haven't given a score to it, but it's outstanding. I'm enjoying every second of it. It's a game that you want to go back and keep playing. So there's no salt there at all. If there was salt, we'd be saying this is a 75.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. We're not doing anything like that. But at the same time, you do have to realize that my only point that I want to stress for the Sony fans that are out there is how come Sony fans aren't as upset that they don't get any multiplayer games? I mean, I think MAG was the last time Sony really tried to push a multiplayer focus.
Yeah, they had a lot of multiplayer that they were pushing last generation. Just they gave up on it early this generation because they saw that Microsoft was doing that, and there was also a lot of third parties that were doing that. You had Destiny and Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefront, and they had marketing deals with all these people, right? So it didn't really make sense. In fact, they canceled their multiplayer game that was like Destiny and laid off half the staff at Sony Santa Monica. So, yeah, exactly, Foxy. Killzone, that was another one. They had that to start off the generation and then not much afterwards. So
even Uncharted 4's multiplayer, that's atrocious. It's atrocious. It looks like something, something
That, my friend, is a you problem.
It sure is, Mooch.
I agree, Mooch.
So I mean, it is, right? I mean, it's it's just, to me personally, I think both sides have something to work on. The problem is that everybody, listen, media plays a big role. Media plays a big role in everything, not just games. It doesn't matter what it is. And that's why you have endorsements. Like people pay, like Nike pays certain athletes to promote their brand. It's the same sneaker. Just because an athlete puts his foot in it for an advertisement or a photo op doesn't make the sneaker any better. But you're like, oh, that's my favorite player. I got to go get that sneaker. So like when you've got all these outlets, IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, all coming out and saying how great and outstanding and how flawless everything from the UI to the games are on Sony, don't think that you guys that are the hardcore that are listening to the show, it's not just about you guys. We're talking about the people that are out there that just read headlines. They just read headlines and make a purchase. The media plays a major role, and the media is definitely, and somebody in the chat, I didn't have his name, but I wrote him back. He's like, you mean, Mooch, just like what the media did to the PS3. What the media did to the PS3
for the first year and a half or 2 years, and everybody forgot.
This is like insane. This has been nonstop. You even have Ryan McCaffrey going after Phil in certain tweets. You even have certain people from IGN going after Mikey Barr in certain tweets. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Like, it's nonstop. It's constant smashing and bashing of the Xbox from the media. And don't get me wrong, if you have an interesting headline like me and Crap are saying right now, we're like, Xbox E3 is near and, this is what we fear. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And you're like, okay, these are the issues, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But then they just harp and they harp and they harp. And the minute Sony gets done with their E3 every year, Sony's E3 performance could be what, 25 minutes? They'll be like, Sony won. Sony won. They won the whole thing, Crap. They won everything. You're like, wow, they were only on for like 23 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all they needed. Okay. What? Microsoft was on for a half a day. It's rubbish. So last year, Microsoft throws a lot of, higher tier indies at you guys, and nobody really liked it. But when Sony showed indies the first 2 years of this generation, everybody's like, genius. Absolutely genius. Don't let these people that are making games in garages go by the wayside. Support those games. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Now Xbox is doing it, and it's rubbish. So, it is what it is. Jay, if we don't have a call, let's take a voicemail.
Yeah.
We do have a call. This is what I love. See, a lot of people always saying that the voicemails are down, but a lot more call-ins, and I appreciate the call-ins because they're live topics. Come on down.
All right, hey, good morning, guys. This is Fike over in Sacramento. I just had a quick question for you guys.
Nice.
So first, I'll just start off with a comment. The reason why I'm not as looking forward to God of War 4 is because I just feel like there are too many similar games to God of War. It's not as new. We've already had our God of War at Xbox. It's called Gears of War 4, which is way better. Has some multiplayer too, and it still lives. So my question was that what's a new game that you guys would want to play? One thing that Crab said that kind of resonated with me in a podcast was that the Sea of Thieves game is something that he always wanted to play. That it was new, it's fresh, it's a pirate MMO. So this is a question for you guys now that Sea of Thieves is out. Crap, what's a new type of game that you would want to play in YouTube, Mooch? And thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Jay, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.
What kind of games do we want to play?
Yeah, I mean, man, I'll tell you, I'm up for an old-fashioned, traditional, like good single-player, multiplayer game. And what I mean by that is one that really ties both in. And I know I'm biased here slightly myself with the whole, like, I like Gears. I like how Gears has a great story, and then after I'm done with the story, I've got hundreds of hours of multiplayer. So in that retrospect, listen, people made fun of Xbox for being a shooter box crap. Well, I like that it's a shooter box, and that's why I preferred that console, especially in the 360 era. So I want a really good shooter to come out, whether it's third person, first person, I don't care. And then give me a killer. We were joking since Sony has Spider-Man, I'd love like Xbox to get like a Punisher game. You know what I mean? Bring a Punisher or something like that has this merit that's still like Punisher right now is hot on Netflix. People are loving that series. And it's like you get a game that comes out that's just killer with that. It's almost Gears of War-esque, and then put a multiplayer on it. I think that's great. I mean, I don't know how to really answer that question. It's too much of a volleyball thrown up in the air to even reach that to spike it. But what do you think, Crap?
So they need their own kind of adventure game.
Like maybe a Tomb Raider.
Yeah, something along those lines. That's something that they're missing, and they're missing an RPG as well. But
yeah,
I would say adventure game because they can, they're working on an RPG. I doubt they're working on an adventure game. So I think that's something that a lot of people would be very, very excited about, just because it's something different.
Yes,
you know what I'm looking forward to.
It would sell like
something that's coming out in May is a side scroller beat 'em up. It's called Raging Justice, and it's basically a throwback to all the 90s beat 'em up games, and I'm really
wow, we haven't seen that this gen yet, Jay. I mean,
Rush Hour Renegade. No, I'm with you, Jay. But to be honest with you, I got news for you. The opening night to that at GameStop will be you and you. I don't think there's going to be anybody there. I mean, people
buy everything digital.
Jay goes, I won't even be there. Great, Jay. That's awesome. But I mean, yeah, I don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to that game too. But that's completely like a side note. I think Crap's right. I do think we needed an action adventure game. I do. Yeah. And when you saw how well Tomb Raider did on the definitive edition, right? Crap, the remake, that the first one that came out, what was it, 2012?
Yeah.
The one that you really loved. That was a sure sign for me. If I'm sitting at Microsoft, right, and we're having all these discussions, and we're like, how do we, we need new studios. We need to do this. We need to pick up new IP. Like when you saw how well that did, you buy it. Why not buy that? That's the closest thing to compete with Nathan Drake. And it was the original. It was the pioneer. So you actually have history with it. It's not just a new like spin-off of Nathan Drake. It's actually what Nathan Drake was created off of. Yeah. So that's something that you bring into your portfolio and you advance on. And
I don't know if they could afford it to buy it.
They could have back then, not now.
Yeah, maybe.
Back then, Crap, remember Tomb Raider was in the toilet. They even said that. The developers are like, we wanted to bring it back to life. Well, they could have grabbed it then.
I guess. I mean, they got a
call. Good stuff, Jay.
M&C Mornings, what's up?
I'm so excited. Love live calls.
Hey, Mooch. Hey, Crap. AJ Dub. It's your boy, Mass Murder here again. Two questions real quick. One, how can people say Xbox has no single-player games when State of Decay 2 is coming out next month? It's a single-player game and a multiplayer game, both. So it's already got Sony beat with their single-player game. Number two, have you guys checked out that Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded in 4K? It looks sweet. It looks like it's the best ever. I'll hear about the answer offline. Till next time, smash, crash, and bash through that gamer score. Ticka, ticka, boom.
I love, by the way, great outro. It's almost good as boom, boom, kaboom. I'm in the room.
Me, Duke, I'm in the room.
Boom.
Hey, boom, boom. Yeah, no, I can
almost, in the room.
I can guarantee you that Mooch has not checked out Conker.
No, Crap, that's good. I have not.
Yeah.
Isn't it great how we all get to know each other all so well?
Yeah, he doesn't do the backwards compatible stuff. So
I don't. And listen, my own reason is this. Listen, first of all, Mass, I'm not going to say that what you said is wrong. The game is fantastic. I'm sure it looks great. But crap, me and you and Jay, especially Jay, with Rush Hour Renegades, like he playing all these games since growing up in the 80s. I'm not necessarily
Retro Renegades.
Oh, sorry. I just
Rush
love
Hour Renegades.
I wish you should change it though, Jay. It's got a great theme beat.
It does.
It does. It's really good. Actually, saw it last night, flipping through the channels. But nonetheless, I just don't play a lot of the older games because I feel like I've been there, done that, and that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. That's a me problem.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to get some decent Star Wars games, it's the only game in town. To be
that's
honest.
right, crap. That is right. I got to agree with you on that one. But I mean, what was his first part there?
He says Crap Gamer is awesome and has a great channel on YouTube. And he's a big fan. So
you must have your They Live glasses on. I missed that. Hold on, where are mine? Let me check the drawer.
I'm pretty sure he said I'll hail Jay as well.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that.
Hey, we do have an awesome top 10 though. If people want to hit that
like button, guys. Let's get to 200 likes. I'm telling you, me and Crap and Jay put a lot of work into this one. We think you guys will enjoy it. Guys, it really is it's what is it there? The Jetson syndrome. It's clicking a button, folks. It's zero effort on your part.
Oh, you know what? It's not game related, but did you like the Giants draft?
I did.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought it was good. I haven't looked at the latest their last few picks because I just wasn't around yesterday a lot. But so far so good. I think it's going to be a good year, and you should be happy too. A lot of people are very high on Jackson.
Ravens got like A pluses across the board, man. Everything, man. They got the tight ends, the wide receivers. You
got a great coach. That's why, dude.
Yeah, it's like they got, and that was our last draft for Ozzy. So after. He's been there the entire time that organization's been there drafting, and that was his last one. So, it looks like he went out with a bang. Who would expect him to trade back up into the first round and grab Lamar Jackson? Like, man.
No, that was a good move. That was a good move. Hopefully it pays off for you guys. The question is, with a talent like that, does he want to sit behind Flacco for 3 years?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. Flacco's due to make $28 million next year.
Right.
Yeah. So he might only sit behind him 1 year.
That's if you can unload them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, they can waive them and they'll only count against $8 million against the cap next year.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not as dire as that sounds.
Crap.
But
we're getting shit from Fox.
I know. She's like sports.
Yeah, she's melting right now. She's actually melting.
Hey, you know what? State of Decay 2 does look good. I'm very excited about that game. So I'm glad that Microsoft invested in that game. Is more one of those games that should come out between like Halo and Forza, though.
Right.
And I think then it would be great. Like I don't think it's this big blockbuster.
Which one's that, Crap?
State of Decay 2.
Well, yeah, that's what he was saying. Okay, yeah, like and don't get me wrong, Mass. To say that you're excited for State of Decay 2, I am also. However,
looks great.
However, I don't know if I could ever say Microsoft has State of Decay 2 coming out, Crap, and there you go. There's our answer to God of War. I don't know if that one holds a candle, but you know what I mean? Like, not to say that, we do have to talk apples for apples, and I don't think even the development studios don't go hand in hand there. You're talking about major millions of dollars, and State of Decay 2 is like, it's one level up from GarageBand. You know what I mean? Well, it is. They got one. Their office they showed was like something that like me and you would say, Mooch and Crap Industries, right? So
you're not wrong. So, M&C Mornings, what's up?
Hey now.
Thanks, Jay. Great Canadian web slinger, Mighty Spidey here. All hell Jay, and a little bit of I should have did this last week, but all hell Matt and all hell Xbox Addict.
Nice.
Love you, brother, and that was great tribute again, guys. And I should have said that last week. Quickly, Jay, dude, that was awesome having you on Crossfire. It was funny. They kept saying developer, and I'm like, fuck, if Jay was here, he'd probably press the button. And then I'm like, wait, Jay is here. And then all of a sudden you're like, guys, stop saying developer. You should have just pressed the button. That would have been hilarious. Anyways, that was awesome, and I liked your input, Jay. You need to talk a little bit more. You've got a lot of input, and it would be nice to hear a little bit more. It's funny you guys talking about football. I'm either 5 minutes too late or perfect timing. I was going to talk a little bit about the draft. Like I said, I'm a Redskins fan, so this is my goddamn Super Bowl, the draft.
It's my Super Bowl.
I just want to say, like, Mooch, that in terms of your draft, like you guys hit it out of the park. Not just like you guys got a lot of bottom end great players. Your Will Hernandez, the guard that you got in the second round, the top 10 talent, that's going to be massive for your line because your line needs help. And that guy is like a mauler. So he's really good. And then Saquon, like the running back you got is like top. He's been top for like better than a lot of running backs even before. He's really good. And what makes him like super duper special, this guy, his agents asked him to publicly go and say, and don't say this crap, but his agents asked him, say, I don't want to go to Cleveland. I don't want to go to Cleveland. And you know what he said? He said, fuck you. I'm not saying that. And whoever picks me, I'm going to. That's massive, massive character. That's huge.
Yes, it is.
And that's going to be, like, that's going to go through osmosis throughout the whole team. Like, he's a huge player. And as a Redskins fan, that sucks for us. It's going to be hard because this guy is a big, big talent. So congratulations there. And as opposed to Eli Manning, who, you know, said, I don't want to play in San Diego, that was one of the things that pissed me off about that guy. Crap, Ozzie Newsome's final draft. His final draft. This guy, like, I hate the Ravens. I'm a Redskins fan, and we don't like each other too much. And my second favorite team is the Steelers. So you're probably going to cut me off soon. And I think Baltimore, when they came in the league, they had the perfect scenario. They said, you know what? We're going to copy what Pittsburgh does, and it works. And Pittsburgh and Baltimore have amazing defenses. I think Ozzie Newsome, like being a person that doesn't like your team, you know, like I'm going to find things to pick at, just like, you know, like a pony. I'm on it. I don't want them to do well. And I got to tell you, he hit it out of the park. Like, you can't believe, like him coming back into the first round to pick Lamar Jackson at 30th, gives him that extra year option with Lamar Jackson, but also makes this quarterback super duper hungry because he's a top 10 talent. And then he was picked 30th. So you could see him there. He was a little pissed off, but he's like, you know what? I'm happy to be where I am. And he'll be a perfect complement with RG3. Those guys play the same thing. So if either one gets injured, it's a perfect complement. Unfortunately, and I don't like Flacco the Sacco. Unfortunately, that means Flacco the Sacco, like you said, is going to be gone after the year's end, and they'll save money. But, you know, Baltimore is heading in the right way. And, you know, as much as I hate the team, holy moly, did that guy hit it out of the park. I don't even know. Like, he picked up a player whose father actually
Jay, we got to get back to the show.
We're losing. So I thought they did really, really well. And I know it's not video games, but that was an amazing draft. Right down to our final pick, Redskins, we got a wide receiver who's probably going to make the team, Mr. Irrelevant. And, I just wanted to switch it up to talk about your football teams and stuff like that. And good job, guys. I love you guys. And, yeah, great picks. And let me know what you think about I know you're a big football guy. Let me know what you think about some of your picks. Crap. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Sorry for taking so much time. Bye.
There you go, Crap.
Hey, welcome to M&C football talk, where we had 12 minutes of Mighty Spidey and we lost 56 viewers.
Yeah,
nice.
We did. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll save my football talk for another time. But yeah, we appreciate the call in. So
yeah,
for sure, definitely good stuff.
That's great.
M&C and Spidey show.
Yeah, the M&C and Spidey show. Everybody, good stuff, everyone. Yes, getting back to games.
Hey, we do have a top 10. That's
we do
funny.
have that top 10. It's really funny. And they'll come back. I think a lot of people like click on and click off. It's funny. You know what's funny about YouTube is it's a mystery wrapped in a puzzle, wrapped in an enigma. There's just so many things to figure out in this wild, wild world that is YouTube. But nonetheless, let's get back to it. Crap, you know, one of the other things that we were talking about was March NPDs. And as much as Xbox lost again, I wonder how those like meetings go on in Redmond. Like, do they even want to talk? I don't know. If I was in Redmond in charge of something, I'd be like, boss, today the NPD to be quiet. There will be no talk. I don't want to even rhyme with NP or D. Oh, there we are. Super AF, which is great. There you go, Crap. There's the question of the ages. Why the hell has Microsoft not made a sequel to Rise? Playing it now, and damn, I think I found where the God of War team got their inspiration. Super AF, good mention there, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, Rise 2 is something people want. Sunset Overdrive 2 is something people want. But, you know, Crap, what do you think? Either discussing on that point with his super chat question or the NPD and another loss for Microsoft. Yes, showed tremendous potential for Rare Sea of Thieves though.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think they talk much about the man. How long's it been since I've gone without a mayo, rubbing some mayo, man? It's freaking years, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of mustard seeds you've been having to deal with.
It is, man.
Yeah.
So it's bad news for Microsoft, but they're making money, so I guess that's all they care about.
Nice. Shout out to Southbound. Southbound's in the chat. We got West Coast representation in here, please. South, we miss you, buddy. We're gonna have to get you on a cameo for Crossfire.
I told him that he should come on Crossfire. I was like,
love it right now because
he said he missed podcasting. I talked to him and
Southie, come back, buddy. Remember that's your home. Come back home.
Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
That's
It
right.
is, yeah.
You say it.
Hey, remember when we thought it was our time, Mooch?
We
For
did.
Xbox fans,
We
and
did. We really did. No,
Yeah, it's almost, but then no.
Yeah, we almost got there.
Yeah, we almost did. So
Yeah, we were kind of like that yodeler in that game of Price is Right. And we're like, yodeling, yodeling, yodeling. And we went right over the cliff. And it was like, okay, we were almost there. So close.
Yeah. So I mean, look, I think that the NPD, like Xbox had growth. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Sure. I mean, they had growth, and then I mean, they can hang their hat on that. Sony, I think, what they say, 79 million PS4 shipped now.
Well, they did say that hardware sales are slowing down, crap.
Yeah,
So
they
there's
slowed
something to
down
be
a whole
noticed, right?
1 million or whatever it was.
Right. 1 million.
Yeah, I mean, they're still going to be over 100 million next year. So,
well,
and
yeah,
Xbox will be just hitting about 28 million by then, I'm sure.
Well, it depends. Are you subtracting enough, crap?
I don't know if I've subtracted quite enough, but I mean, hey, it kind of is what it is.
It is what it is.
Hey, come on, can we at least get 150?
Yeah, let's get 150 likes
we can
here.
do this awesome top 10.
It is a great top 10, folks. Hit that button.
Hit that. Yeah, let's get to 150 likes, man.
Don't be bashful.
His Xbox sold 15 million Xboxes. Probably right.
Give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Luca's here. Luca, good to have you.
Hey,
That's
Luca
my New York.
and Fox and
Southie.
South, and I see the No Chills Noof. Noof in the room. Boom, boom, kaboom. Noof's in the room.
That never gets old.
Hey, Jay, did you record that? Didn't we do something funny like
We
that
did.
the other day?
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I thought I had there is some Boom Boom Kabooms, but I was looking for the stuff that Noof did himself, and I couldn't find his a couple of the individual ones that he did. I did find his M&C ones, but I didn't find the ones that I asked him to do for some intros, or not the intros, but for the the Cletus. But anyway, I'll find them. Don't worry. Yesterday and today were very stressful. I had a lot to do. Like I said, the top 10 took up a lot of my time, and my kids were gone to a sleepover last night, so it was just me and the wife. We went out for supper, came home late, and then I was literally editing the top 10 until 1 in the morning, and then get up this morning at 7:30 and started and still edited because I hadn't done anything else, and I had there's so much to prepare. So I apologize I don't get everything done, but
that's all right, buddy. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Poor Jay.
Yeah.
Poor Jay. Womp, womp,
womp. Man, we did hit 150 though.
150. Are we at the hour mark? Is the question. And that's we'll do it at the 1 hour.
Well, actually, we did run late, so we probably have another 10 minutes before we hit the 1 hour.
10 minutes until we get there. I mean, no, but crap, I did want to get your point. We took the call, and I didn't hear. I mean, Rare showed signs of glory.
That game is doing fine, and once they start hitting with the regular content, like a lot of people are, people love that game. I like the game. I wish they allow us to disable crossplay, but the funny part is when you look at their report, and again, I don't particularly care that they're making money, right? It's good that they're not in dire PUBGs, the Fortnites, Sea of Thieves. It's like these multiplayer games, and so if you wonder why Microsoft goes after that market,
right?
That's why.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably help maybe if their gamers were. It's hard to say. I used to say, well, maybe if you guys supported their games, but after you play God of War, you just realize that their single player games this generation have been shit.
Right.
I don't blame people for not supporting it.
No, it's hard. It's a hard sales pitch.
It is.
It really is.
Hey,
And I
what
mean,
game
that's
do you want? Do you want the Recore game where it's $40, the budget title where you search around for fucking cores nonstop? Do you
Right.
want the Quantum Break, which I thought was good, but it really can take you out if you think about it out of the experience by having to watch an hour-long show.
Right.
Right. I mean,
Right.
so that was a good game. But again, it was like had a lot of issues there.
Well, I mean, is it crap about State of Decay 2 being like Far Cry 5's multiplayer, where the fact of the matter is like, so if you join my game, you don't progress at all? Like,
I don't know.
Only I
Probably.
progress?
Probably.
I mean, that, to be honest with you, here's the thing. As much as that bums me out, I was thinking about it a lot after the show on Friday. That actually holds a lot of water, because how is it that your game can progress with your community expansion and growth when you're in my world? I
have no idea.
It wouldn't be able to.
Oh, hey, Shiz So Elite says you didn't have to watch the show. No, you didn't, but you didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, watching the show was how you progressed the story. They were like, took the place of the cutscenes and stuff. So,
Oh, you talking about Quantum Break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I liked it. I actually liked Quantum Break, but again, just mediocre when you just throw in all that stuff and people didn't like it. They don't like different
Now, listen,
shit.
I agree with you, but let me tell you why you're wrong.
So.
Well, the thing about it, crap, is I thought that, remember when 2013 was first being announced and all the new tech was coming out, they were really trying to integrate gaming and TV, or media. I shouldn't say TV, but gaming and media. And that was something that Microsoft thought was going to be the future, and it ended up not. People stayed to traditional gaming methods. And Nintendo, look at Nintendo. Yes, they revamped. They went back to the drawing board with the Switch. But, you know, to be honest with you, they went back to the Switch, but they still kept traditional. Look at Zelda. Look at Mario. They come out with a Zelda and Mario that's no different than
They all
basically
sell
all the
10
others.
million
And
freaking-
10 million, right?
It's ridiculous, man.
So, you know, no, shout out to Southie. It's been so long since I got a chance. Me and South get a chance to sometimes talk on the holidays, but good to have him in the chat. Miss you too, brother. Jay, why don't we get ahead and fire up that while we have Southie and Luca here and everybody. Let's run a top 10. I think everybody will enjoy it.
Okay, we ready for a top 10?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure, let's do it.
Do it as soon as I can find my skits. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the M&C Mornings Top 10 Countdown. We have a great Top 10 Countdown for you this week. It's Top 10 PS4 Worst Case Scenarios at E3, and this is going to be a hot one, I tell you what. Coming in at number 10, Sean Layden comes out in an even smaller Crash Bandicoot t-shirt than before. Man, that would be absolutely epic. I'd love it, but it would be a bad thing for Sony. It'd be a bad sign to start off with.
Hate to say it, crap, but that would be a megaton, because how would you fit that man in anything else that's smaller than last year's shirt?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It'd be crazy.
Number 9, Sony's very own Sean Layden comes out on stage, hits play on the Blu-ray player, and we see the same 2016-2017 E3 presentation, because let's face it, last year was just a rerun, and these games haven't released yet.
Good point. That's a good point. That would be a worst case scenario, but something tells me Sony fans might think differently. Number 8, Sony brings Kaz Hirai back to announce the price of the PlayStation 5. And guess what, folks? Deja vu. It's $599 US.
I can see that happening all over again.
Absolutely.
Number 7, in the event you can't make Sony's performance for the 2018 E3 show, have no fear. Just know that Sony already won, and you can go about your business as usual. There's nothing to see here.
Yeah, it's already over, folks. Don't even worry about it.
It's over.
Number 6, Mark Cerny comes out on stage and announces the most exciting news for PlayStation fans ever. They're on track by the year 2025 to finally be able to change your PSN names. Boom, boom, kaboom!
He's in the room! That is great!
That would be amazing, right?
Yes, it would.
Not too far off now.
Number 5, Sony replaces their E3 orchestra by accepting a live jazz ensemble gift, maestroed by Xbox's head of mixer himself, Stein, who will not only be the maestro, but will also do a solo act on his oboe.
I didn't know that he played an oboe, but I guess
not many do.
know, yeah, that's good to know, man. Stein is a man of many talents.
So many talents.
It is. Number 4, the PlayStation 5 launch lineup is fully revealed. Wow.
Whoa.
Huge games are coming. You would never guess. Uncharted 4 remastered. God of 4 remastered. Shadow of the Colossus remake, remaster, ultimate remaster, and The Last of Us 2 are all launch titles. Wow, I'm just blown away by all these amazing games. Sony already won the next generation.
Another Megaton, Crap. Great reporting.
Megaton! Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Sony decides to bring Kojima, Jeff Keighley, and Cory Barlog to the stage for an a cappella performance of Night at the Roxbury's What is Love?
Number 2, Sony announces they've decided to stop paying media sites for positive views and reviews. Yeah, I know, it's not good. They're using that money instead to hire Shannon Loftus to handle first-party games, thus forever ending PlayStation dominance.
That's beautiful. And number 1, after finding out after all these years that Sony loves DRM and having their customers stream games using PS Now, at the end of the show, Sony has a Scooby-Doo ending to reveal that after pulling the Sean Layden mask off, it was really Donnie D in disguise, and he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that mooching crap.
Hey, so what you're saying is we're the ones that helped end that terrible man's reign.
Yes, we do so much good and get so little credit.
We don't get any credit, man.
No,
but yeah, he would have gotten it away with it if it wasn't for us. So that's good.
That damn mooching crap.
That's good to know. And with that, there's our top 10 countdown this week. We appreciate you guys checking it out. If you have an idea for a top 10, let us know, and we might do it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. M&C Mornings out.
Megaton!
I was laughing my ass off.
That might be the best one we've ever done.
Dude, because what you guys don't know is, right, I have my top 5, my 5 that I write down for myself. Mooch has his. The first time we hear them is when we do that live.
That's right.
And so when he said that was just the funniest shit. And Jay, good job on the edit, because
outstanding, Jay.
The Cory Barlog thing where they're bobbing their heads back and forth and the gut hanging out from. Oh my gosh, dude, that was hilarious, man. Good job.
Oh my God. I'm gonna watch that one again later.
Hey, they would have gotten away with it too, Jay.
If it wasn't for that damn mooching crap. You can see, right? Think about it. Think about that, though. You know, even though we make a joke out of it, realistically, Sony's really using Donnie D's book.
Oh, they are.
Right. You want to? The rumors are you have to buy a PS5. There's not going to be any forward capabilities, so it's going to be you have to buy a PS5 to play PS5 games. So that's Donnie D said there's a console for you.
Yes.
It is what it is, folks. Very funny, very cool. I'm glad the chat enjoyed it. Seems like everybody had a good time with that one. We do have a call though.
Yes. M&C Mornings, what's up?
Hey now.
Well, here, fiddly diddly, motion crap.
Oh.
It's your good old buddy Cletus here. Yes, been a long time. Contrary to popular reports, no, Cletus ain't dead. I'm still going. I've just been busy chasing pigs around in Far Cry. First off, let me just say that was one hell of a top 10, and I'm going around here now feeling all inspired with my super small t-shirt on, my belly hanging out to the bottom, and wife thinks that I look fucking sexy. Yes, indeed. So anyway, I just wanted to ask you guys about Microsoft and the upcoming E3. I mean, one of the big things we've been hearing about is that they've been lacking in the marketing department. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see them promoting their games the same way that Sony always promotes their games. And so I'm just wondering, like, is Microsoft going to get their shit together come this E3 and actually start promoting their games? Because honestly, I've seen more raccoon assholes than I've seen Microsoft advertising for Xbox. So that's all I wanted to know. Do you think they're going to get it together, and maybe what game are they really going to put their marketing forces behind? And I'm going to just throw it over to New for a second. I think he actually got a serious question here, so don't lose track, y'all.
All right, Cletus, you sit in the background, man. Yeah, it's Noof over here. Yes, boom, boom, kaboom. I'm in the room, or somewhat of that. Guys, I just wanted to ask a question about the PSVR. I mean, recently we saw a big price drop with the PSVR. Do you think this is kind of the last kick of the can for PlayStation VR, or do you think they got something big to bring at this E3? Because honestly, I mean, we're 3 or 4 years now with PSVR being on the market, and there's only been 2 or 3 games, I guess, that you could say are really worth buying the PSVR for. So where do you think Sony might take that presentation come E3? Thanks, guys. Great show. As always, J-Dubs, you rock. Mooch and crap. Peace out.
Awesome.
Boom, boom, kaboom.
Boom, boom, kaboom. Noof. Awesome.
Like,
Very cool.
Actually, PSVR has only been out for a year and a half. So
Was it a year and a half came out?
Hey,
what,
VR is the future, people. It's the future.
Agree. Don't even go there. It's the future.
is.
I'm telling you.
Not only
it's
that,
great.
Not,
great,
not only
yeah.
is not only is VR doing fine for them, but the scuttlebutt is that Sony's going to build their PlayStation 5 around VR.
That's true. I mean, I will say this much though. I mean, crap. I understand. We all know you like it. I can't take that away from you. But the point of the matter is though, what Noof said is kind of true. There's probably 2 or 3 titles that you could say are like must plays, and the rest are really cool experiences. And even at the low price, which it's not, okay, of $200, and then you have to buy other accessories to actually get like you said it yourself. You're like, well, Mooch, wait till you actually play it with the gun. You play Farpoint with the gun. The gun's not included for $200. The move sticks are not included for $200. So like, there's a lot of things you still have to buy to experience it, plus the games. So if you get just the things that we say make the game feel a little bit more at home, you're well over $300. So my whole thing is that's just a lot of money for experiences. Now, what you're saying is that Sony's going to bake this in, and I think Microsoft's going to bake this in too for the next consoles.
Maybe. I mean, Microsoft seems to have a problem with giving people something on one console that they can't have on the other.
That's something that's a them problem.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to figure that out.
That, my friend, is a you problem.
It sure is, Mooch. That's something that you got to send that right to Redmond. That's them. That's their problem. If they have to understand, much like they want to get into the PC space, PC gamers all have different types of rigs. There's people who have $5,000 rigs. Some have 3, some have 2, some have 1. Some are buying rigs for $500-$600 just to play a game. And that's fine. That's their prerogative. But if they're going to come out with new hardware every 3 years, then they have to understand that there's different levels of console. And you can't keep the people that are getting newer consoles and buying your newer hardware. You can't like discredit them because the people that bought a console 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago don't want to update. That's a them problem. So Sony's doing the Donnie D. We got a console for you. If you don't want to update, they've got the old stuff. If you do want to update, come on up. We got all this other shit up here. It's your call. You're the consumer. It's like that. It's like that in a lot of subjects, not just gaming.
But how do you work that, right? Like somebody's like, oh, I got an Xbox One, and then they don't realize, that then they want to buy, VR for whatever, because I firmly believe that's the reason why.
They're going to have to leave the Xbox One name crap, right, for the next generation, in your opinion? Well, right. Well, maybe. I understand. I know where you're coming from with the maybe, but they're going to have to make that separation. There's going to be new products that can only be played on the Xbox 2. If Xbox 2 and PS5 are both 12 teraflops, you've said this a bunch of times. You can't make the same game running on a 1.3 teraflop machine.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some differences. They're going to have to differentiate it.
When you talk to the Don, he's like, "Yeah, well, we just scale it down, blah blah blah."
Well, yeah, and they can scale it down. That's fine. But in all honesty, scaling it down, that's not the same. Like that's resolution, but that's not capabilities as far as VR and frames. I mean, these things are going to have to hit big time frames. I'm hearing 60. What is it? No, it's 90 frames, right, for VR crap.
No,
or 120. I don't know what it is, whatever it is, but it's up there. So I don't know. That's a great question, Noof. I think Sony is what Crap said is actually right. Sony's investing heavily in making VR a major part of the PS5. But guys, get prepared to spend a lot of money because even if PS5 is $400, the new and latest and greatest PSVR is going to be $300, $400, $500. I mean, depends on how great. Maybe $300. So you're looking at possibly $700 if you want to continue that experience in the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you might be able to use your PlayStation VR now.
That would I listen. I'm going to sound like you, Crap. I'm going to say maybe, but I doubt it.
Maybe you never know.
Right.
I wouldn't count it out of them, man. Sony, they're ingenuitive or whatever that word is.
It is. Yeah. That is it. No, that is it. But I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, they're for the players, Crap. Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're 100% for the players, man.
Oh,
There's so much for the players that it's unbelievable,
Yeah, there's just so much. There's so much for the players. It's
crazy. I don't know if that's the right word for it.
No.
J-Dubs, who do we got on deck?
We have Space Cat.
Okay. Hey, Boochie Crap. I'm Space Cat.
That never gets old. He's great.
Do you just want to do the Space Cat impression? I don't need to press the button.
No, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? I was just wondering, do you guys think that Microsoft should try to bring out a lot of exclusives for the Xbox One now and kind of next year? Or do you think they should hold back some of their better exclusives like the new Gears and stuff and put it on the next Xbox? Okay.
So good. It's good to hear from Space Cat.
It is.
I
played PUBG.
Is it just
Go
me?
ahead.
Did Space Cat sound a little depressed there?
No, he didn't sound depressed. It sounds like he's going through his adolescence.
Oh, I get it.
I don't know what it is. Shout out to Space Cat. Always good to have
Yeah, I
him.
played PUBG with them on the new map last night. So
How was it? What's your opinion on the new map?
I like it a lot. They need to get that new map out for everybody ASAP, because the thing that sucks about playing the map on the test server
Yes.
is that nobody has shoes and you can't equip shoes or anything. It's just like, it's just kind of weird, but it runs pretty smooth to me, and I think it's a lot of fun, man. Give it, put out as many of these new maps as possible. I think a ton of people were trying that out, so I'm excited to get the new maps.
Right.
You would think that they would have, like, with everything that Fortnite's doing, they'd be
Yeah.
having maps and all kinds of crazy shit.
You would think so, Crap, but they have a smaller team. We don't know how much of that. I will say this much. Did you see that a lot of YouTubers were getting PUBG, like gift crates and things like that from Xbox? And it was all about the new map and the new this and the new that, all this new stuff. And they got like a crate. They got like a gift crate. So that kind of made me start to scratch my head and think that maybe Microsoft's investment with PUBG is getting larger and larger. Do you?
I mean, it's
feel that's
possible.
true? Did you see the crate I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They sent that out to a lot of
ghillie
people.
suit.
Yeah, the ghillie suit.
I
Yep.
saw like that girl from What's Good Gaming get it or whatever.
Yeah, she did. IGN got a few of them. There's a few that a couple of people that I know got them, and I'm like, wow, that's a. And they're all saying thanks Xbox, thank you Xbox. So that to me shows that Xbox is making a further investment. They could have just like said, okay, remember what everybody said? Oh, we're getting the game preview, but then it'll leave Xbox. If it's going to leave Xbox, why would they actually market it and have these crates going on?
The thing is, it's such a mess. It's like in general that and Sony has no preview program. So like, even if it were to leave Xbox, how the hell would it?
Well, you say, I mean, you really think PUBG is still a mess, Crap? I don't think it's a mess.
I mean, look, it's supposed to run 60 frames at some point. It's I don't know. I think
Well, the
that
60 frames I'm holding back on, but I mean, the rubber banding's gone, right, for the most part. I don't see that many glitching errors. Where you just time out and go to the dark screen is happening almost never. So, I mean, we've come quite a distance, and now we're getting new maps, new features. They've really spruced up the mechanics as far as where our options were, where your guns were, how to put attachments on, etc. Things have gotten cleaned up quite a bit in the past 5 months. So I don't know. I think it's doing quite well in its infancy.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing good. I think. I just
but
think
everybody says what you say, and I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying that's your opinion, but a lot of people, everyone on the internet's like, PUBG, that huge blundering mess. Now, if you'll not mind me, I'm going back to PUBG. What? I'm like, everybody's just calling it a blundering mess, but then
I think it's a mess if you compare it to like
Fortnite.
Fortnite, yes, Fortnite runs much smoother.
Yeah,
so I think that's probably what people mean by that. And then also there's like there's a lot of problems with PUBG in terms of the popping and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or just random deaths, right? Like that happened yesterday. We were playing with Grave and Space Cat, and we're driving, and then like something just happens, and they all fall over and die, Or like, I mean, one time you were playing, remember?
Yeah.
And we were at that gas station.
Yes.
And the gas station, and you get out and you die. It's
Yeah,
like you died.
We found and then Grave did too. That was kind of funny. Like,
yeah.
Because he was like, what happened to Mooks? He ran over to see where I was, and then he fell into it. Must be like, I don't know, 2 or 3 pixels that just puts you into permadeath. So, like, you just touch it and you die. He's like, what happened to Mooks? Oh, I'm dead too.
Yeah.
So, but that was a while ago. Let's be fair. That was probably February.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a ways ago. I think they've gotten their act together, and now they're trying to build on the game. And remember, when you're just barely getting your infrastructure solid like they are and building, that's a tremendous amount of let's just say backbreaking work for these developers. So I don't know. I'm just myself personally. I think the game's coming along fine. I just think that I'm interested to see whether just how serious Microsoft's going to take. There you go. There's Bomber. Steve made his way onto the show.
Developers.
Get him, Steve. But I've been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, and I'll say this much, crap. Fortnite is totally different than PUBG. Totally different experience.
Bad.
I like it. I love it. By the way, I get a lot more kills in Fortnite than I do in PUBG. There it is. Thank you.
That's the only thing I like doing in Fortnite. I do the little dances and stuff. That's about it.
I don't even do that. It's funny. I have a bunch of them because I've gotten the battle pass and I've earned them, but I don't even use them because it's not like one of those games where when you actually do end up killing somebody, like you have so much, you don't have a lot of time to either get back into the zone. Same as PUBG, this and that, where you have to get back into the zone, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't have time to sit there and dance over you. So yeah, I don't know, for some reason, but PUBG is a much more skill based. It's time consuming and games can go, if you lessen the top 10, you can be 40 minutes. You lessen the top 10 in a Fortnite game, I still think it's like 20 minutes. It's like a 15-20 minute round. It's just a much faster game.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think. I just, for me personally, I prefer PUBG.
Yeah, no, and I'm not going to talk you out of that. I'm not, because I think you're onto something. And I think there's a time and a place for both of them. I think they can both coexist.
Coexist like Xbox and PlayStation fans?
Yes. Hold on. Where's my shirt? Oh, I don't have one. No, sorry. So Jay, if you know what I was thinking, crap, I thought it'd be a nice time right now to run our Patreon ad. Let people kind of just get refreshed about it. We appreciate
absolutely. You know what? Yeah, let's. We didn't get to do it, but we should do the guess the Metacritic today.
Yeah, we could do a guess the Metacritic when we get back. There was a sound over Jay wanted to get from me and you to put.
We could just do it live this week, and then we'll just
do it live.
Yeah, we could. We'll see. Jay, do you happen to have the guess the Metacritic little dealie though?
It's all ready.
Okay, so good. We'll tell you guys about that after we do the Patreon thing. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? Mooch and Crap here, and we wanted to take a minute to talk about Patreon with you guys. So far, you guys have been really supportive. You've gone out of your way to support the show and help us grow and become a better show. Wouldn't you agree, Mooch?
I totally agree. Ever since we launched Patreon, we kind of went into it thinking this is something that we want to get the audience involved with, but we need their help. And they came through tenfold, Crap. They've given us the ability to reach out and express ourselves artistically. And to be honest with you, I'm overwhelmed.
Yes, it's very cool to see the amount of support that our show has gotten, and we actually need continued support from people, much like PBS does. Because all the money goes back into the show, whether it be more things for Jay to use, more prizes to give away, and actually for $1 and a dream, go ahead and give them the spiel, Mooch.
For $1 and a dream, you guys can pick the game of your dreams. You can pick whatever you want. You can have Xbox Live for a year, PlayStation Network for a year. Anything you want is what we're here to help you with, well, for a $60 value. And like Crap had just said, just like any kind of PBS telethon, we're doing the same thing and asking you for your Patreon support. The only difference is when me and Crap turn around, instead of having 50 celebrities, we just have Jay on one phone. But nonetheless, it's the same result. Your help makes us better, and we can't thank you enough.
Absolutely, 100%. We work for you guys. We're the outlet for you. We are for the people. Thank you guys for the support. It really helps us. It helps the show. It helps us get better, and it helps us sound better. So thank you guys so much. Heck yeah, we do appreciate it. And for $1 and a dream, you can win. In fact, next week's show, we're going to be doing the raffle draw.
That's right.
For the Patreon. Fuzzy Belvedere won last time.
Guys, it really is. It's $1 and a dream. You guys all get entered into it. It's the best buck you'll ever spend, because if you spend $1 anywhere else, like even your New York or your state lotto, you're not winning.
Take it from me. Sunday newspaper for $1. Come on.
You really can't. You get entered in to win a game or an Xbox. I imagine you just win for $1. I mean, even the whole year ends up costing you $12. You win once, you're gold.
Phenomenal. But yeah, we wanted to talk about this cool thing that we're gonna have, right? So it's called Guess the Metacritic, and we're doing it for State of Decay 2. Yes, Metacritic. Yes, Metacritic. Oh! Yeah, whenever you guys see that, Foxy goes, "What's a newspaper, Crappy?" I think that you're old enough to know what a newspaper
Yeah, you're
is.
not
Foxy.
that young, Fox. Although you are very young.
Yes,
Sorry,
very young.
I caught myself there.
Yes, you did. But so what we're doing is when you see that, you can call in via Skype and guess. You get one guess at what the Metacritic is going to be. We write it down, and when the game comes out and the Metacritic score is in, the person who gets closest to it or gets it actually wins a copy of State of Decay 2. So hopefully that's easy enough to understand. So what we could do is the next 3 calls.
Yes.
You get one guess. You don't get more than one. So if you already get your guess in, you're done. The next 3 Skype calls, go ahead and play it again, Jay. You get the call in and guess that Metacritic. Woo!
So how are we doing it, Crap and Jay? We're going to go ahead and take their names down. They'll have their number.
Yes, and then that's how we'll do it. We'll just keep track of it that way.
Yep, and we're going to take 3 calls a week until the game releases, and then that next Sunday after we have the Metacritic, we will determine
whoever is closest. Yeah. Okay, well I can do that. So yes, call in now. MC Mornings on Skype. If you guys want to call in, get your asses on Skype. Call it in. MC Mornings.
Yeah,
let's do it. Come on, join in. Don't.
And when you call in, you can give a number and you can ask a question too.
Yeah, feel free. So guess that Metacritic.
Woo! I love this idea, Crap, because we have so much fun doing it on Twitter. You were like, why don't we do this on M&C? And I'm like, that's just a great idea, Crap.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. So, see, I was at work and I was just coming up with all these funny ideas and I was DMing Mooch. I was like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What about this bit? We could do this. We need new for this one, though. So,
right. Yeah. Some of them we needed new for.
Yeah, we do.
No, good stuff. I mean, what else is going on, as far as the news, Crap? We've got a lot going on that.
Well, I mean, we've got, we've got some interesting stuff going on with Mikey Barr. Oh, what do we got here? We got somebody on M&C.
What's that?
Metacritic.
Hey, Jay, this is Monkey Punch and Mooch and Crap. I got a score. It's going to be an 86 for State of Decay 2 when it gets released on Metacritic. Love the show, guys, and hope you have a good day. Bye.
86. Okay, I got that.
Okay, Monkey Punch saying 86. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I mean, this is just look at me and Crap can't enter the contest. But
who would try though?
I mean, Crap, what do you think the Metacritic?
I think it's going to be between 70 and 75, somewhere in between there, honestly.
I'm going to go. Yeah, I was going to say my number. If I had to just throw a number down, I was going to say 75, but I would go as high as 77.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, that's not Moochie Crap being down on it. That's just us after years and years of watching how the media judges Xbox games.
Yeah. Well, it's not a big cinematic game or anything. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. That's true.
M&C Mornings. Guess that Metacritic.
What up? Confirmed Crapaholic in the house, Moochaholic and all that good stuff, whatever it may be. J-Dubs, what's up? Hey, I'm going to call it right now. 83 was a great year. That's my birth year. So let's go ahead and say that'll be Metacritic for State of Decay 2. And watch, your boy T-Racer is going to be right. Anyways, that's all I got to say. I'm out. Peace and an amazing show again.
Nice to hear from True there. Thank you for the call in, brother.
It says 83. So I got 83.
that. You know what? Let me tell you something, Crap. True might win this because
he could. I mean, it's anybody's guess.
All it takes is 1 or 2 of the publications to actually like it. And I'll tell you this much. Even one Greg Miller is a State of Decay fan.
Oh,
he streamed it and played it quite a bit. Yeah, he is.
I could see him giving it a 78.
He might give it a 78. But that could tip it. That could tip it.
Vicious Lord 66 says 67, but you didn't call in.
You got to call in, Vicious.
Metacritic. We got one more spot open for this week's show, and then we'll do 3 more next week. So if you don't have...
You know what I do want to talk about in between, Crap, is Shadow of the Tomb Raider and the negative press it's getting.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot of negative press. It's
Why?
I don't know. They say it's too dark.
What is that? What is that?
I have no idea. I absolutely have no idea.
Can I put that right under too much A button?
I guess. Well, here's the thing. It's sort of like how Batman Arkham Origins got kind of blasted because it wasn't made by Rocksteady.
That's a great
I
example,
think this
Crap.
is the same kind of issue.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Another call to guess. That's
that?
Metacritic.
Metacritic.
Yes.
I want to give it an over an 80, but the cynical side of me thinks that some people are going to bring it down. So my Metacritic score for State of Gay will be 7.4. Thank you.
All right.
Mighty Spidey.
That's Mighty Spidey.
Spidey, okay.
Yes.
Mighty Spidey.
The Adam Schefter replacement.
Okay. So yeah, I'm saving this on my computer, so it should be all good. And we've got our
Oh, go ahead, Crep. Sorry,
we've got Monkey Punch guessing at 86, True Racer 83, Mighty Spidey 74. Make sure you guys get Skype downloaded if you guys haven't yet, because next week we're gonna do it again. When you see this come across the screen, play it, Jay. Yeah, you gotta get
that Metacritic.
Woo! I buy that $1. Very good.
I'm dancing in my chair. Great stuff.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Hey,
Good
now.
job with that, Jay.
Vicious Lord chimes in with another $5 super chat. Says, "I didn't plan on getting State of Decay 2 anyway." Vicious is excellent.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, cold-blooded. Speaking of cold-blooded, let's talk about the media. They're absolutely tearing Shadow of the Tomb Raider apart.
You know, it's a little bit unsettling. You know, I'm still looking forward to the game. So it was a little bit weird. Did you see all the interesting previews and like the DLC for that?
A ton, Crap. There's enough support. There's more support coming out of that than an ER in a hospital. There's so much support coming for that. That's fantastic. But people they're crushing down on it. They're saying it's no good. Listen, part of me sits there and thinks that this is because Tomb Raider is associated with Microsoft. Right? They had the marketing deal, they had the exclusive, they had the Rise of the Tomb Raider 1-year exclusive, and now it seems they have the marketing rights for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I think it's getting like you said, it's kind of getting that Batman game that wasn't made
the
by
Arkham Origins.
The Arkham Origins game got a bad rap.
Yeah. So because it was made by WB Montreal, and this is made by Eidos Vancouver, I think, or something like that. So,
right.
But apparently it's a quote unquote in association with Crystal Dynamics. So, I mean, you know, it looks amazing to me. It's going to be 4K HDR on the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
So,
no, I agree.
I agree.
Listen, it's a day one buy for me.
Montreal,
And now it comes out a week. It comes out a week after Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I'll be done with Spider-Man by then, and I'll be able to just like kind of play it and have a good time, you know?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see because like I keep watching. I went back and watched a few other Spider-Man videos, Crap, and my thing that I brought up on M&C Mornings a week or two ago still holds true. And I recommend everybody, whether you're a Sony fan or you're an Xbox fan, go check them out. Like, are you guys concerned at all with the fact that every time they show an action scene that there's like only 4 enemies on screen? And yes, there's maybe a truck or a construction background.
I think you're just salty, Mooch.
Well,
I
maybe,
think it's going to be a great game.
I'm going to buy it
Yes.
or Mooch it. But I mean, my point being is that I just...
Quit damage controlling, Mooch. It's going to be a great game.
Damage control. Can't even... Okay, it's perfect. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Yeah, come on. 10
Perfect.
out of 10. 11 out of 10.
My favorite this past 2 weeks was having great conversations with gamers on Twitter. And they were like, Mooch, tell me if you think God of War was perfect or fantastic or excellent. And I was like, well, let's see here.
So if you had to describe God of War, Mooch, would you say it was fantastic, amazing, revolutionary?
I would say a smidgen above amazing and just a hair below excellence. Right?
Interesting.
Yeah. Godly. I don't know, right? I felt like Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School. What do you think of the Great Gatsby? He's like, well, he's great. So, what do you think of God of War, Mooch? It's godly. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that Mimir. I went back and listened to Crossfire, and whenever I chimed in over Crap, Mimir came on. It was great. I was like, put Mimir away.
Mimir.
It's me, Mimir.
Mimir, the smartest man alive. I'm ahead.
I am seriously upset I didn't get that collector's edition just for that keychain, and I mean that.
It's awesome. Yeah, dude. You know what? It came with the ring and some trinkets and all kinds of stuff, man. It was definitely worth it, man. The statue was kick ass.
Yeah.
Actually, I recorded myself opening this shit as a hand model, and I just haven't had time to.
Now, did that
edit
come
it.
with or without the game?
Came with, dude.
No, I'm sorry.
What
I'm
kind of
asking.
schmuck? What kind of schmuck releases a collector's edition game?
Oh, somebody played the dun, 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 music soundtrack behind crap right there. It's so great.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's worth it. You know, I got the Spider-Man and the new Tomb Raider one pre-ordered as well.
What's the new Tomb Raider pre-order come with, crap?
Comes with the statue and all that kind of crap. So,
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
You know, here's my thing. So tell me what you guys think. I was really interested in hearing the chat. I know crap's answer, but do you guys think it's too late if you don't do collector's editions to start doing collector's editions? Because if I started doing collector's editions now, I'm 7,000 statues behind crap and probably about 10,000 statues behind Lady Foxfire. So I don't know.
I have a lot of statues.
You have a lot of everything. So where do I start? If I went and grabbed one, I have one lonely statue sitting here. I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't catch up for a decade.
Well, you got to do what I do. And like Foxy always posts Foxy deals. I get them usually a lot of times when they're on sale. Like I got the Doom one.
Right.
When they did that collector's issue, it was on sale for like $29. I bought that Battlefield 1 one.
Right.
It was like $20 or something. Right. So I didn't get those brand new, but that was an awesome one with a kick-ass statue. It's like a awesome pack. And then I got also I bought the Elix one that was cheap, and I got the Order 1886 one because I don't even know why I bought that game. I think because that's when I bought my PS4 and I just wanted something to show off.
Right. You know what's funny? There's a lot of these games that are Sony games that.
Good point, Foxy. I got that Gears 4 one when it was $50, man, and then we both didn't get the game with it. That's how much Microsoft doesn't want to put games in with their collector's edition.
I don't get that with their whole. Is that their new shtick?
It was supposed to come with the game. That's the thing.
Oh, it just didn't. Yours didn't come. Well, Fox didn't.
Neither
get
of ours
either.
didn't. Yeah.
There's Mimir. Whenever you hear Mimir, bad news is about to break.
No, I mean, I just, like I told Foxy, I was like, I messaged her. I was like, did you get your game in your collector's edition? And she's like, no. Or she goes, I don't know. I haven't checked yet. And I said, because I didn't get mine.
Right.
I said, I was on, I was talking to people like for an hour and a half. And finally, they were like, okay, we're going to send you a collector's edition of the game. And they did.
Yeah. No, they took care of you guys. That's what matters. I mean, I totally agree with that. No, I agree. I felt really bad because I was actually, I wouldn't use the words looking forward to, but like Shadow of the Tomb Raider was going to be something I thought quite special this year. And, I don't think if Microsoft has the marketing rights, again, I don't think they did a very good job or will do a good job promoting it.
Dude, I mean, when they have marketing rights, all that means is that it shows an Xbox logo at the end.
Right.
Whoop-diddy-doo!
Yeah, they don't do anything with it. Yeah, they don't do anything with it.
I've had that conversation with Phil. So
Yes, you have. Like I say, it's just the direction that Microsoft's going in. It's not negative. It's not. You guys got to understand something. If you think it's negative of what we're saying, it's not. It's actually just what's happening in the industry.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
If you don't like what you're hearing, Crap's had these conversations with Phil, like he just said. It's not. We're not making it up.
No bullshit. Yeah, it's just he doesn't believe in that, so it kind of is. So
yeah.
M&C Mornings.
Hey
What's
now.
up?
Come
what
on,
up?
Hey, Mooch and Crap, this is Sir X-Man. The other day on Crossfire, I think you guys were talking about advertising for Microsoft and why don't they advertise on TV. My thing is, you give us a TV with an HDMI in for watching TV on our Xbox, but you say that no one watches TV anymore, and we don't really advertise on it. I just want your thoughts on that. And the game, I think the Metacritics are going to bring it down to 7.1 because of all the people that's going to give it a 1. All right, guys, talk to you later. Thank you.
Yeah. You probably. I mean, who knows what the score is going to be on that, but.
Well, he makes a good point with the whole they make a point to say Aaron Greenberg came out the other day and said that
TV
people
he goes no, people don't watch TV like they used to.
No, but they're pushing 4K and their 4K Blu-ray player. So I don't know. You play. TV to me is very important. I still think TV is an integral part of everybody's life. Yeah, shout out to Elementapino. He says gamer bias will bring the game down because it's not a Sony studio game. If it's not God of Greatness, then it's not good.
Well, the thing about that is, look, the games, like I said, the games that usually score super high like that are the big cinematic blockbusters like that. But you just look at the facts, right? Microsoft releases, and that doesn't mean that they're not good games. You can like these games, but if you look at Recore, and if you look at State of Decay 2, these are budget titles. They aren't big. they don't put a lot into them from the looks of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you play a God of War or I don't even like The Last of Us or Horizon Zero Dawn, but those are like big budget. Those are Avengers movies type budget, and Microsoft puts like DC Universe type money in their games, and it shows. So
Right.
we got Matt Affleck, and they've got Captain America and Robert Downey Jr. and we've got yeah. So that's basically what it comes down to.
It is kind of hard to, I don't know. It's difficult for Microsoft to compete when they don't. They
are mediocre, man. The single player games. That's not saying that they aren't good, but think about this, right? Even the games that we had where they had good single player and good multiplayer last generation, like Gears and Halo, suffered with the single player portion this gen, right? Halo 5 campaign, trash. People can't even tell me who's in it besides Chief and Locke.
Right.
Like they don't know. And then you have Gears. I like the Gears campaign a lot, but with the DB bots at the beginning, that's not my favorite thing.
No.
Right? And they also took out the 4-player co-op, which I didn't like as much.
My biggest problem, Crap, and tell me your opinion because you're a big gearhead. I really want to get your opinion on this. I don't want to change subjects till you answer. Gears, like, how did you feel not being Marcus?
Yeah, it was odd.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got news for you. Let me spin this just so you don't think this is an Xbox thing. If Uncharted 5 comes out and we're not Nathan Drake, I don't care what era of time. It could be when he was a kid. I don't care. If we're not Nathan Drake, it doesn't feel the same. Like the Lost Legacy was a great game, and I played through it. I beat it, but I didn't like it nearly as much as I liked Uncharted 4, 3, 2, or 1. So, I mean, it's because of that's why a lot of Star Wars fans felt slighted about The Last Jedi with Luke's role. They felt like they didn't do the main character. Well, yes, but the main character, but that happening to Luke crap was probably the top. Like got everybody pissed, got everybody a little angst towards it. So when I played Gears 4, I actually liked that they went the James route. I didn't mind it, but halfway through the game, I was like, I just rather play as Marcus. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. I feel, it's just, that's his story. That's his role. He's that gearhead. He's the one that you want to take control of. So I don't know. Myself personally, Vicious, who's just on fire.
Thanos needs to play God of War. He's a terrible father. Also, Gears 4 shouldn't have had robots. Just saying.
Right.
We're DB bots.
Yeah. No, the robots really set things just. And the other thing was, God of War went and took the game to different heights, right? They changed everything about God of War. I wouldn't mind, and crap, I know we may not see completely eye to eye on this, but just I wouldn't mind the Coalition doing a little bit more risk. Doesn't have to be crazy. I don't want God of War or Gears of War to turn into a top-down shooter.
I think the only risk they can take is with the single player. You can't really do much risk with the multiplayer because I'll
agree with that.
Because they took a lot of risk with Judgment and people hated it. So it's like people like Gears because it's Gears. So there's not really a whole hell of a lot you can do with the multiplayer. Maybe the single player you could do a little bit more risk with.
Maybe make Gears a little less linear. What do you think about that? Like how God of War, God of War was pretty, people were telling me, Mooch, wait till you play God of War. It is so not linear. And I'm like, it's actually quite linear. I think just because you have an area where you can venture off down one cave or venture down off another cave, or you have a side quest that you can or cannot do, you don't have to impact the story, doesn't really change things too much. I would like it though, but at the very least, I would like Gears to do what God of War did and have the different canyons or the different hallways or caves to go down. Don't you see that being kind of cool?
Not really.
Just going straight. You don't think? I mean, you got to change something.
I don't think you got to do that with God.
This is literally a Seinfeld Costanza conversation. I'm Jerry. You're Costanza. I'm like, what are we going to change? You're like, nothing. I'm like, what happens?
That's a show right there. Nothing. Nothing happens. Like, look,
So
the whole thing with Gears is you always got to have those pop and lock areas.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I don't really see that as doing that. Like I saw an article on Gaming Bolt that said something similar, right? Like, oh, it's they gotta do a change to Gears of War like they did God of War. No, because they're two totally different kind of games. It's like
Right.
Gears of War is a third-person shooter, and God of War wasn't. So I mean, just because change worked for that doesn't mean you gotta like. We're in the middle of a new trilogy for Gears as well. That's like that whole bullshit stuff with we're gonna get a Halo reboot. It's like we're in the middle of a trilogy with that. They're not just gonna up and change that now. Get out of here.
No, they're not. They're definitely not.
Get
I
outta
mean,
here.
Lady Foxfire says, hey, let's keep in mind, Gears is not God of War. No, by no means am I trying to say that it should mimic it. I'm saying that if you look at Gears is very linear, right? You just walk the path. I was just wondering, in the area where you're able to walk the path and there's no narrative going on or there's no enemies, at that point when you get done with an area, the music kicks in, it goes dun. When it does that, if you could just like walk left, right, kind of search a little bit, bring a little bit of depth to the character, bring a little bit more to the world, the environment to search. I don't see that being bad, and I don't think that changes Gears of War at all. I think it just adds to the environment, it adds to the world, it adds to the what they're creating at the Coalition. So the ability in God of War to be able to step aside and go do a side little quest here or a little something over there, as much as I don't think it's revolutionary, I think that's part of why, Crap, in your review, you said that the game was just so rewarding to play. It was fun to do some of those small side quests or just venture off the beat for a few seconds and go grab a chest.
I never did any of the side quests on that. So
yeah, no, and Don Duke, I'm not comparing them. I'm saying that if you're sitting at a round table with ideas, for Gears, like Crap said, you can't change much of it. So the only thing you can really do is change it from linear to maybe being able to take James or take Marcus and go off on the side and do a little something on the side. That's all you really can do.
Yeah.
What else are you going to
M&C
do?
Mornings, what's up?
Hey, J-Dubs, Mooch, Crap. It's Tom from New York. Love you guys. How you doing? Just calling. I've been in the chat, getting a lot of hate today. At T, people calling me a pony, all that stuff. But what I'm trying to get across is that I am frustrated as an Xbox fan.
Yeah.
Day one, OG Xbox, they just need to get the games out. No Discord. I'm worried they're going to lose the hardcore. That's all I want to say. Love the show. Love Xbox. Love everyone in the chat. Let you guys go. Have a great day. Bye.
T's T, thanks for calling in. I've seen him week in and week out now being a part of all our shows, Crap. He's got a legit reason to be concerned.
Yeah, look, I will not blame anybody if they abandon Xbox or something along those lines. You know what I mean? I couldn't blame you. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel.
Right.
I don't feel that way, but I can see why other people would. I'm like, I don't think that they have the best games, but I think this year's lineup is okay. You throw me a Forza Horizon 4, you show me some Gears, and you show me a Halo and a Fable reboot, and I'm there. I'm good. I buy Xbox for Xbox games, to be frank. Gears, Halo, Fable, Forza. That's what I like. Those are my favorite games. I want them. So.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And to be honest with you, Lucifer X, he says something, he says, so T, do you feel Xbox has had bad games since 2002? I mean, that's going way back. I'm going to just revert that question to this generation. I will say this much, Crap. Quantum Break was a great game. I genuinely enjoyed it. I played the game on hard, and I will say the last fight was a doozy.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason I haven't gone back to play it again. When I beat it, I was like, oof, thank God I'm done with that ending. And sometimes you beat a game and you're like, I don't want to do that one again.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that was a great game. I really, really enjoyed Titanfall. Like truly, the first one was truly a heart goes out to that game, man. Just spent had made so many great friends before YouTube kind of picked up for me to be able to go on there and jam out with so many greats. There's a lot of great games we've had. However, I will say 2017, 2018 has been, Crap has used the word, I'll just piggyback off of it, mediocre. The games are mediocre the past year and a half, 2 years. And I know people go, well, Mooch, they've been making hardware. That's a different department. They don't. That has one has nothing to do with the other. And since Windows 10,
to be fair, Sony released a PS4 Slim, PSVR,
right,
and PS4 Pro, and still managed to do their games. So
they
I mean,
still got games out.
Yeah, you got to be able to put your
and I've
the
said this
software
since
out.
I've said this since day one. Crap. The one thing I think that Microsoft is really hurting on is their relationship with AA games. Like even when Sony didn't have a lot of games out, they had Bloodborne, they had Nioh. Okay, and I know you can sit there and laugh all you want. You know, they have the Yakuzas, they have the Persona. They had I don't like some of those games, but to be honest with you, it's still game after game after game, and it's hitting a certain type of gamer in their platform fanatics. So everyone seems content over there. Now over at Microsoft, Phil and company haven't cut any deals in a long time. We want to see some deals cut with some of these AA games. You know what I mean? Get us some really, really good AA or maybe AAA, like Bloodborne. To get Bloodborne exclusively, crap, I understand that you don't like Dark Souls, and I'm not going to sit here and talk you into it. I'm just not.
Yeah.
But Bloodborne is a stellar game, and shame on me. I didn't care for it at the beginning of the generation. I didn't. Oh, damn it, Mamir.
No, listen, I don't give a shit about Bloodborne, but Sony, to be fair, co-developed that as well. So, and they own the IP. So,
right. No, good call, T. T goes, I was a little nervous on the call. T, listen, every time you get on the mic for the first time.
There's nothing wrong with here's the thing. Xbox fans are edgy, right? So you got this group of Xbox fans that think that anybody that talks negative is just piling on. That's not the truth. The truth of the matter is it's okay to be concerned. It's okay to be happy with Xbox right now. It doesn't, it's
That's
like
right.
however you want to feel is fine with it. For me personally, I'm good with the X playing the multiplats. I got so many games I don't even know what to do. I played God of War. I put 28 hours into it. I beat it. I'm done with it. Basically that's all there is to it. I'm looking forward to State of Decay 2.
Me too. I really am, crap. And I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's something I'd like to roll through with you. And I think the only thing that's going to kind of contradict is if, our we'd have to play basically the same missions back to back, night to night. Think about it. So if we played you on your character, then we'd have to play the next night on mine, so I get the credit. You know what I'm saying? We'd have to.
Well, if that's what happens.
If that's the case,
yeah,
right.
I'm not sure yet. So what the.
I'm not sure. Jay, do we have another voicemail? I thought we had one more, but I can't remember. So
yeah, we have one last voicemail. That's Mr. Zombie Killer.
Okay, let's do that voicemail.
Hello, M&C Mornings. It's Mr. Zombie Killer. Hope everyone's doing all right on this Sunday morning. I am finally back. Just turned 21, and it's been a party full. And my question is, I know there's been games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead Redemption and Portal 2 that have been X-enhanced, and a couple of other 360 games being X-enhanced. What would be your favorite Xbox 360 game right now that hasn't been an X-enhanced, coming forward, maybe at E3 or maybe in May? And what would you like to be X-enhanced? For me, it would obviously be Left 4 Dead 2 because I'm the biggest Left 4 Dead fan probably on the planet. And there is a game that's just like Left 4 Dead coming out soon. Everyone should go check it out. It's called Earthfall. I'm not sure if it's coming to game preview. I don't think it is, but it will be coming to all consoles soon. But it is on preview on Steam. I'm not a PC guy, so I don't play it. Also, rest in peace to Xbox Addict. What a terrible way to go, especially for a guy like him who's been beloved, does a lot for the community, and huge Xbox fan. He did deserve that. Rest in peace to him. And a great show you guys have been putting on this past month. Really enjoyed the Sea of Thieves, and Sea of Thieves is one hell of a game. I love it. Everyone should go play that and quit bitching about it, because it's a great ass game. If you play with friends, you gotta play with friends. Go get yourself some friends if you're complaining. Alright, thank you guys for having me on. Everyone in the chat, if you come here every week, go on Patreon, put in $1 in, support. It's also appreciated. And press that like button. Thank you guys. Mr. Zombie Killer out.
Mr. Zombie Killer killing it right there, crap. Definitely makes a point. Really appreciate the Patreon shout out. Thank you. And do hit that like button and subscribe. But nonetheless, I think that I think he makes some valiant points. I like the whole Sea of Thieves bit. I think that game has a lot of legs. I think it'll do. I think it's going to do just fine. Crap. I think it's doing very well. We'll find out next month when the NPD comes out to see if people stuck around.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Well, apparently, they stuck around in the UK and stuff. That game is still in the top 10. So,
absolutely.
Hey, we are closing in on 200 likes, though, as we.
That's very cool, considering we had a lot of up and down, and we did have Mighty Spidey, who did a Adam Schefter report from the NFL draft. We were we were cruising,
yeah.
But nonetheless, no, I encourage a lot of people do call in next week as well, folks, because next week we have Guess That Metacritic round 2 for State of Decay 2, and like I said, closest to will win the game.
Yeah.
Great sound bit. Great sound bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Crap. I think that's pretty much we've had a hell of a show. It's been a great week.
Yeah, it has been a good week. It was Aaron Greenberg made it up to Xbox Addicts funeral, and so did I think Doc Cupcake and a few other people. So
I think Jeremy did too.
Yeah, Downer, and it was a nice little tribute to him and stuff like that. So we missed the guy, and it was the least we could do was try to put together a little thing for him last week.
Absolutely. We still want to say, because there's a lot going on. There is a GoFundMe for Xbox Addict. Please do check it out. Give if you can. Helps family. He left behind a wife and I believe it's 3 kids. Crap.
Yes.
So any help is much appreciated. We do miss him dearly. And like I said with one of my first tweets when I heard the news, he will never be forgotten. So we'll always bring him up and keep his memory alive on this show as long as it's on the air. So,
Absolutely.
And thanks for that call, Mr. Zombie Killer. Very cool, and it was a nice tribute that you threw in at the end for Matthew. Thank you.
Good stuff. Jay, what can you take us out with, Jay?
Yes, Jay.
Are we going to spin the wheel?
Oh
yeah. Let's.
We
spin
do have
that
a wheel.
Yeah, we can. With 3.
More giveaways on M&C Mornings. Woo!
We do have a wheel, even though it only has 3 names on it. But
yeah, guys, let me say that because Jay really is encouraging it. I do want to encourage it as well. Get more voicemails in, and T, for someone like yourself that called in, bravo to you. But if you don't like live call-ins, do leave a voicemail. It's very easy to do. You record it on your phone, then you send it to the email, and Jay puts you on there, and then you're entitled to win.
Hey,
you have a chance to win a code.
If you got beef with Microsoft or their games or something, or you want to complain or bitch about it, that's what the voicemails are for.
Yeah, they're for you to voice
you guys
off.
have a voice.
Yeah,
so call. You can do it. There's a few different ways. Worst comes to worst, Skype M&C Space Mornings, and it'll get through. I mean, it's crappier sound, but still, it works.
That's right.
And So let's spin that wheel.
Let's spin that wheel, Jay.
Boop 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 boop.
So
Look at that.
names, we have Mr. Zombie Killer, we have Raphael, and we have who's the last name? Space Cat.
Space Cat.
Let's do it.
Chances are very good here. Oh, yeah. Mass Murderer said I thought we were doing last week's voicemails too, Jay.
We didn't have any last week.
Yeah, we had 2 or 3.
I thought I included them here.
No.
Oh, darn it.
No, you know what? Mass Murders, you're right. We're going to throw them in for next week then. That will not go.
Okay, Mass Murder, I apologize for that. I kind of got screwed over trying to figure out what voicemails were for this week because I didn't do any last week because there was so little.
Well, not just that. Last week was also Xbox Addicts Tribute, so we didn't want to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, if you sent in a voicemail last week and you didn't get on the wheel, I'll put you in twice. For sure.
There you go. There you go. A little makeup session there. We apologize, but you will be. But Mr. Zombie Killer wins this week. We will make sure that your voicemails are heard next week, in addition to the new ones, and you will be added to the wheel. So for those 2 or 3 of you, we deeply apologize. Sorry about that.
I apologize. Yeah, see, I was assuming that I had gotten the ones from last week as well, but I must have missed something. I'm really sorry about that. Like I said,
No problem.
I was
Jay.
so busy yesterday and then this morning, and I just didn't have. I ran out of.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either. I should have made a note. Usually I make a note, and then anything from last week that pertains to the new week, I'll go over it. And I did not make that note because we were, like I said, we put a lot of time and effort last week into doing that for Xbox Addict, and then this week we were kind of scrambling to get a couple of bits done, and time just kind of escaped us. So we will get those voicemails in next week.
Somebody make a note that I put him in twice next week, Mass Murder for sure. And
yes.
I'll double check all of my voicemails from the last couple of weeks and make sure that I haven't missed anyone. So again, I apologize, guys.
Yeah, blame Jay.
Blame Jay.
All blame Jay. All blame Jay.
All hail Jay.
See, I can overshadow whatever you say with an all.
He can. That's not fair. Jay, what do you take us out with this week?
Well, we can do. Actually, let's do something different.
Sure.
Let's do. I like to do an oldie. Let's do the
oldies. Oh, sorry.
No, let's do the.
Roach gets it.
I do.
How about the Roach Coach?
Let's
Okay.
get Roach Coach into our closing. That sounds good.
All
right, everybody, enjoy your Sunday's game on. We'll catch you
Go
guys
check
online.
out my video that dropped about 20 minutes
Sabotage!
ago about Xbox exclusive sucking. Go check it out.
It's so great. Sure is, crap. Sure is. But guys, enjoy your weekend.
I was late, but I mean, I can't schedule.
I was a little late because I was like clicking around trying to find my button. Sorry.
Well, you can only schedule stuff at like hours or half hours. So it was
That's
like,
true.
You know, I didn't really have a chance. So go check that out. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you next
Thanks,
week.
guys.
Yes.
See you next week.
Later.
We here at Sony are constantly looking for ways to stay afloat, whether it be selling off office buildings, closing down entire divisions, or loaning our superhero characters to much more talented movie studios so they can actually make good movies with them. So naturally, when we learned that Roaches love the PS4, we thought of a way to capitalize and cash in on this. Introducing the PS4 Roach Coach. I know what you're thinking. Isn't this just a regular PS4? And no, idiot, you'd be wrong. This is the PS4 Pro. We needed something that could put off enough heat to fry roaches completely. Setup is easy and simple. Plug your PS4 Roach Coach in, set it on your entertainment center, turn it on, and voila! Roaches are instantly attracted to the PS4 due to the large fence. Roaches check in, but they don't check out. Pick yours up today for the low price of $399.99. There's only one Roach Coach, made by Sony.
Wake on up, it's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap Morning Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap Morning Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap Morning Show.